What's good, family? You are now listening to episode 12. One, two, one, two, one, two.
What's poppin', everyone? My name is Alan Martinez, and I am joined by my brothers, Alvin Martinez,
Yo, wagwan, dog.
Joel Hernandez, Lawrence Hopkins.
Hello.
And we are Canada Got Soul, and you are listening to the very 12th episode of True to Size. On this episode, we're going to talk about Toronto's Jumpman store.
Ooh,
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
The first impressions of some new glamour shots that popped up in our feeds, and just our general thoughts on some Jumpman PEs.
Cool.
After that, I figured we jumped into something a bit more fun, a bit more theoretical, hypothetical. Would that work?
Yeah.
Anyways, that type of a discussion about what would have happened if Mr. Michael Jordan had signed with Adidas.
Bum, 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 bum.
But first, fire round. This comes from I Am Dan Man.
Hi, Dan.
Yo, what up, Dan?
He asks, what was your first flex shoe? AKA the first shoe you showed out in and made you feel like a boss. I asked him his answer, and he said it was the VaporMax moccasin.
Oh.
When he was new to the game, and everyone and he rocked them. He said everyone had given him props every time.
That's such a nice feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Trust
Hey,
me,
man, I like those. And you're like,
Thanks, man. Thanks, dude.
yeah, all these old things.
I think I figured out my answer. Just so I can give you guys some more time to think, as usual. I think for me, like, especially coming into the sneaker game and like sneaker life, I was, you know me, I was heavy into my SB Dunks. And not many people, especially in the new generation of sneaker lovers, especially in the past few years, didn't like really associate with SB Dunks, but everyone knew what a Tiffany Dunk was.
Yeah.
So for me, my first flex cop was the Tiffany Dunk highs, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. Just cause like everyone knows the history of those, and it's so easy to just catch someone's foot whenever they have them on.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Unmissable. Unmissable.
That's a word. Vocabulistics, everyone. Okay, Joe, what about you?
Oh man. I would probably have to say I had a pair of white on white stripe pro models
Ooh,
when I
nice.
was a kid, and that just because they were white just made everybody's neck just crack. And I threw on a pair of, I don't know why, but I threw on a pair of brown, super fat laces on them. Brown. I don't know why brown, but
Brown on white.
White and brown.
it looked alright.
Classic.
It looked alright.
Classic
It's
combination.
an iconic peanut butter and mayonnaise.
There you go.
So gross.
Peanut butter and
Or
mayo.
Kinder
good.
Surprise.
Kinder Surprise.
Nah, peanut butter and mayo sandwich.
So nasty.
You don't know what Lawrence's favorite sandwich is.
White people.
Let's keep going clockwise. Alvin, what's your answer for this one?
For me, it was when I would work the lunches at Foot Locker. Or when Lawrence and I would work those 11 lunches at Foot Locker.
That's me.
And then it was when the 11 started being like
Poppin'.
stupid crazy and
Yeah.
poppin'. We would rock stuff that would come out like years ago.
Yeah, like old shit.
People would stare at our shit.
Yeah, it's when
Like
we,
I would like, what was,
we would like coordinate.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was like for example, like the
So
bread
sick.
release, we would rock like our Cool Grays.
yeah.
And people were like, yo.
Ben had these, bro.
Like fam look, like, yo, we done have these from time, G. Or like, what was the other lunch, man? Like
There
when
was one
phones were
launch where we
big.
wore foams. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that
we all
picture
wore
we
foams.
took.
I was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there for that one. I was just helping out.
Yeah.
I didn't work at the store, but I was allowed inside.
I think you had royal foams on and I had my eggplants on and it was like
Something like that.
fucking
Yeah.
stunting that like
Someone
when
had
foams were
the
up.
red pair.
I think I was in red and you were in
I was in the Royals.
Yeah.
maybe. Can't remember. We'll put it up.
cute.
Something like that.
But yeah, just those days it felt cool because like everyone would be like, yo, like when did you get those? And I'd be like, yo, don't worry about it, dog. Like,
Do you guys remember taking a picture of the foam posits that
I
day?
think
Yeah.
you put on one
I
that was on
did.
the
There's
wall,
one on the wall.
like a Jim Green or
yeah,
something
you
like
guys
that.
had one on display, and I was like, "Can I be in the picture?" And you guys got me a display shoe,
I
and
think Kia
then,
took the picture for us.
and then it was like
throwback.
caption is foam party.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Well done, guys. Well done, Lawrence.
Instagram's baby days, clearly.
What was your flex shoe, Lawrence? Your first flex shoe.
I feel like it was the Space Jam Jordan 11
What year?
because like 09,
09.
09.
Oh no.
Like when they came out, because like
Obviously
that was
not 2
right
years
because
ago.
I started collecting shoes when I started at Foot Locker in like 08, and I was kind of just into, like I said before, like Nike Sportswear Dunks and like just shit that was like GR on the wall. But like that was my first introduction to like hype. And like when I got that shoe, and then everyone kept calling after the release, like, "Yo, do you still have these? Do you still have these?" And I'm like, "No, we don't have them, but I have them." B.
That was the pre-order
You would
too.
answer
Yeah,
the phone
we
like
pre-ordered
that.
them.
I remember
I
that.
definitely didn't say that. And then I ended up not wearing them for like a year and a half, and I wore
Yeah.
them to graduation.
Yeah, man.
Oh, lit.
Yeah,
Stunt
with like a
team.
blue royal blue bow tie,
Gang.
Ooh.
which is kind of cool. Like that's what kind of segue, but like not even a segue, just a sidebar. I was talking to some people earlier this week about the cap and gowns that are releasing this week, and I was
Yes.
like, that's kind of ironic because I wore 11s to my graduation, not prom night, but whatever, to my graduation. So I'm considering getting it just for that reason, if we're
Cute.
being real. Yeah.
True.
Those aren't on the list for this week in kicks, but I wanted to ask you guys, the cap and gown is essentially already the Gamma
Gamma.
11s that dropped
Very close.
years ago.
Yeah.
Very, very close.
Yeah.
Literally the only
It's all
difference
black.
is the gold trim stitching
Mm-hmm.
and the 23
Blue Jumpman.
and the blue Jumpman.
And the upper, I think.
The
is
prom night is
different, too.
suede,
It's a suede.
or nubuck.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
It's not
Yeah.
mesh.
It's
Yeah,
not the
It looks
but it's
clean though.
extremely close.
Yeah.
to this,
Super
same
clean.
shoe. Yeah,
Oh man.
They're
I'll probably
cute.
wear those this week.
True.
Gammas.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
worn my
True.
gammas since Alvin's wedding.
Yeah.
Groove Squad.
That's the same thing. I wore mine earlier this year and I
Fine.
haven't worn them since.
Let me know when you wear your gammas. I'll wear my wedding shoes.
Ooh, jeez.
Speaking of flex,
For those that don't know, his wedding shoes were the DMP 11.
DMP.
You
I'm
can
gonna
find
get-
that story on CanadaGotSold.ca.
Oh, that's sick because I was gonna segue into that
or
after this.
episode what 6, 7, one of those
Yeah,
mid.
yeah,
One of
yeah.
those-
One of the
Mid
one of the
episodes.
origin stories.
One of them things.
One of them ones. All right, moving on to this week in kicks. Staying on the Jumpman. Happy anniversary to the 306 306 Young location in TO.
Happy birthday!
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember like the jumble that was the grand opening of that store?
What a time! That was unreal. That
Yeah.
was nuts. That was so fun.
So it had its pop-up shop moment in 2016 for the
16.
All-Star
All-Star
game in
weekend,
Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was all the rumors that like, oh, maybe it won't be a permanent spot. Maybe
Yeah,
it will be
'cause
a
it took
permanent
so
spot.
long. Yeah,
Yeah, and then it was like, so that was what, February of that year, 2016.
yep.
And then
All-Star.
it was rumored for like summer,
Yeah.
and then fall, and then spring the following year. And that ended up being the spring.
Yeah.
May of last year.
Would have been May of last year.
Oh.
Yeah,
like
the
late May.
1 year
yeah.
anniversary. We're talking about it right now.
Yeah,
Jumpman is doing some really dope shit this weekend for that store in collaboration with Mr. Brian Espiritu, who runs the Legends League brand.
Mhm.
Friend of the store.
Friend
I mean,
of the
show.
Show.
Friend of the show.
Obviously, friend of the store.
clearly is a friend of the store too, but also a friend of the show.
Alvin's trying to take the mantle of Trudy. Lawrence was there today to report for Canada Got Soul.
Yeah,
What was that like, bro? What was going down?
it was crazy, man. It's funny because I actually pre-ordered one of his books as well.
Yeah, me too.
So I started the day off by going and picking up the book.
I'm picking mine up Saturday, 2 days from now.
Go to the store and get a shirt. Anyways, yeah, I went by and got my book and then just walked straight over to the store. It was 4 to 9 where it's supposed to be the hours. I got there at like 3:30. I was the first one there. I was hanging out with Jay from 306.
You-
Jason, what up, bro? And yeah, like they give you a menu with different customization options of designs that Brian created specifically for the 1 year anniversary. You kind of get to pick the placement and the size and all that kind of jazz. And then they just go through and do the process, which is a really long process. It's like a 3-4 step process, actually, the way that they like print it onto the shirts. Which I had no idea. I thought it was just like a and then it was done, but it's not at all.
No, that's some quality print. I'm looking
Yeah,
at
it's
my
very,
my
very
tee that you
nice,
picked
yeah.
up for me right now.
But as I was leaving, first of all, it took me about 2 hours because it was that busy. I was first one there and it still took about 2 hours. But yeah, if you're going, when you're listening to this on Saturday, or even if you were there yesterday, which would be Friday, which is tomorrow, this is so confusing. Expect to wait a couple days at least for your shirt because it's madness in
So
there.
they are taking orders.
They're still taking orders. For a while when I was there, they were kind of like panicking. Not panicking, but like a little overwhelmed with
Yeah.
the demand because I don't think they expected it to
Man,
be
I
like
can't
that
imagine what it's gonna be like on the
immediate.
weekend.
Yeah, the weekend's going to be nuts. But yeah, get there as soon as you can. Just, you don't want to risk them running out of t-shirts or something stupid, or them stop taking orders because there's just too many, or there being a lineup and you have to wait even just to like see the menu and make your picks. So get there as soon as possible. Really dope. Another sidebar. I don't know if you guys saw the story I posted about like half an hour ago. Probably not.
From
On mine, personal. So when I did my menu choice, I made my picks. They told me about 15, 20 minutes. It was a lie. I went into the Eden
On
Center.
blast.
I went into the Eden Center just to go to the washroom, get a drink, whatever. And then walking back, I'm walking up the stairs, like in the atrium or whatever it's called there. And I look up and in front of me is some like 50 maybe year old guy wearing a snapback that says Canada Got Soul across the back.
no way.
And I was like, I did like a quadruple, sextuple take. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, look up. And I was like, what the hell? And like, I wasn't even sure, even though I saw Canada Got Soul across the back, I was like, is this real? And like, kind of did like a walk in front of him. I'm like, oh shit, it is. And I'm just like in awe at the fact that like,
Did you say anything?
Where'd
to
you
him?
get that?
yeah. So I was walking there and still, I was just like shook. And Jill walked up to him, actually like tapped him on the shoulder and she was like, hey, I like your hat. Where'd you get it? And like, I was just literally standing there like,
Jill,
oh my God,
Jill
this is crazy.
Lawrence's girlfriend.
Yeah. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, I didn't even talk to the guy. And like, I don't even remember the story. It was like, he's like, my daughter does it. I don't even know. It was some next shit. It was like some old guy. And he didn't even know what it was, which is kind of cool in its own sense. He was like, yeah, like, look at it. It's like a different kind of leaf. Like, it's really cool.
Yes.
And he's like, and he like takes it off his head and you're like looking, he's like, look at the really nice quality and stuff. And he's like some 50-year-old like white guy.
Damn.
And then he's like, yeah, if you guys are ever in the area, if I can get some more, I'll just get you some. And I was like,
That's
I was like,
hilarious.
this is
funny.
unreal. Yeah. So that
Were
was
you wearing
all-
yours at the time?
Did you know?
No, I wasn't.
Oh.
I was wearing my Legends League hat, which
Yeah,
makes it
yeah.
even cooler because this guy had no idea that we even knew what it was, and he was just like raving about it. I was like,
That's
"This is
pretty cool.
really cool." Yeah,
That's so lit. What
Like, that
was
was-
it? The navy, the Yankee colorway, or
no,
the
the staple. Yeah,
nice
the staple.
black and red.
So he's had it for a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But yeah, that's what I always said is like that was when I would feel like we made it. Like when I was walking through literally that situation, walking through a mall and saw someone wearing our merch, and I had no idea who that person was.
That's absolutely
crazy.
incredible.
So that was that made my day even more so than I think the Jordan merch. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. So whoever gave your grandpa a Canada Got Soul hat,
or
thank
dad.
you, or dad or whoever he was,
Not trying
thank
to
you.
diss.
Yeah, he was an old guy though.
To wrap up the anniversary festivities, so yeah, you can hit up the Jumpman store to get a customized top, either a t-shirt
short
or long
sleeve
sleeve,
or long sleeve. Yeah, $42 each,
black or white, correct?
black or white. The kids ones also came in gray.
And then you can get little graphics in the front and one massive one in the back.
Yep.
Or if you just want one big one in the front.
Yeah,
I
whatever
believe- I
combination.
believe
They're
that's
pretty
the
like
option.
lenient. Yeah,
And if you have long sleeves, if you get long sleeves, you can get some graphics on this down the sleeves,
which is really cool too.
That's
yeah.
super lit. All right.
What's your guys' favorite graphic of that collection? There's my fire round question.
Ooh, wow.
The outsole with the CN Tower on it is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's super dope.
I really like the Jumpman with like the ones that I got on mine.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge fan of there's one that's like it's a side profile, a sole, and then another side profile.
Yeah,
Oh,
of the one.
416.
If you look at it, it says 416. Yeah, I
Mm.
didn't even notice that.
He's
That's
crazy.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah,
Brian's
that's pretty
crazy.
Crazy. And then the
Sorry,
Jordan
first
1,
name, Mr. Espiritu.
the Jordan 1 silhouette where it's like the subway lines kind
Yeah.
of thing is really cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite one is because I love his like custom font that he made.
Mhm.
It's literally just that big graphic of the ones.
Yeah.
That's literally my favorite, or like that's my favorite element of the entire collection.
Simple and
Yeah.
to the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. It's so sick.
Dune? Did you
Well,
say it
I like
right?
I like the one that I picked up for
The
little
bull.
little Dooney Jr.
Yeah.
The bull?
Yeah, it's got like the different designs that
Yeah.
it creates like a bull.
So cool.
Maybe it's Benny the Bull. I don't know. But it's pretty dope.
I think
Pretty
so.
dope,
I think
yeah.
it might be inspired by the
Yeah.
Chicago
And
Bulls
this was never
mascot.
officially announced. And it kind of ties into the whole 1 year anniversary thing, but they've been restocking ones all week.
Ooh.
Oh, sick.
Yesterday was Kawhi's. Today was Homage. They also had, when I was in there, they had shadows and gold toes on the wall.
Yes,
Nice.
I saw
So
gold toe.
one year anniversary.
Yeah, someone's
Jordan
story.
1. Yeah.
Crazy.
Someone
pretty
stole
cool.
it.
No, I said in someone's story.
Someone stole the shoe. What the fuck?
Swing.
What do you do with the left foot?
I know.
So they are going to be done on Sunday. That's going to
Yeah.
be the last day that you can get them customized.
Yeah, it's running all weekend until Sunday. And if you're going
I wish,
later,
I wish they would have done the whole week. That would have been crazy.
the anniversary weekend. I think the actual anniversary is on Sunday, is what they were saying.
Okay.
They wanted to make it limited. I don't know if they could even handle having it for the whole week.
Oh my
'Cause
God,
look at
yeah.
the demand in just these couple days. Like, that'd
Yeah.
be crazy.
That's crazy.
Especially with that reasonable price.
Yeah, if you're going later in the weekend, don't expect to get your shirt until probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, to be honest. Yeah.
Sheesh. All right, moving on. Another pair of the Dragon Ball Z Adidas collection has surfaced. This time it's the Villain Cells colorway in the Profear silhouette.
Mhm.
Unlike the Goku pair, seeing the actual shoe for this one still didn't really convince me to like want them. I just don't think the silhouette, the Profear silhouette, is for me still.
The color combination and like the execution is really good. I like that. Like the olive and the purple is really really well done. It's just
Yeah.
was never a fan of the Profear. So,
silhouette.
yeah.
But like, even like looking at the Profear though, the quality of the shoe and the materials is like super on point.
Yeah, it's a good shoe overall.
Yeah.
It's just not me.
I feel like Alex would like that shoe because of the olive.
I feel like
Olive
Alex
color.
would like that shoe
Suji Cypher Sen.
Yeah, that's
because
his
it's
like
Adidas.
that's
He
his
would
color.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that last week. He said
Yeah.
that's his color.
Olive,
Yeah. I love it.
Olive man.
I love it. I love olive.
I love it.
Speaking of
Australian.
That was actually my impression of Alex. I don't know what you're talking about.
way
Good
off,
mate.
way off. So last week we saw the glamour shots of the Adidas Pride pack. I gushed about those.
Gushed.
Still gushing over them.
Gushing.
This week we saw the Nike's Be True collection.
Yes.
It's decent.
Which installment is this? Do we know how many years it's been?
Oh, it's been a while now.
At least 10 years.
I don't think it's been that long.
I don't know then.
Maybe 5 years.
We'll fact check
between
that.
5 to 10.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's 5 to 10.
Huge fan of the 270.
270
Love that
nice.
rainbow
Yeah.
bubble, or I don't know how they even did that, but that's really cool. Yeah.
So the full collection contains that the Air Max 270, the Zoom Fly. There's an Epic React that's super sharp, all black with like, and then there's hits of color on the medial side
back.
on the heel.
Yeah.
And then there's the Vapor Max Plus.
Ooh, that Vapor Max Plus one.
Yeah, contradictory to what I was saying about it last week. I think that's the favorite of the pack for me.
The VaporMax Plus just looks a lot like other VaporMax Pluses that have already released, though. Aside
Yeah, I
from the
know.
bubble,
Yeah,
which is rainbow.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
to me, I don't know. It's kind of.
I just like the subtle gradient of color.
Yeah. I think the 270 wins for me. Really,
I like
really
the
good look.
270s too. I like the
Super
React.
simple.
The Reacts, bro.
I like all of them, if I'm being real.
For me, Adidas's Pride pack still takes my money. I'm still gonna.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
gonna prioritize the 5923s and the campus
Yes.
over these. But I mean, if these sit, guarantee I'm gonna pick up at least one of them.
Generally, the Pride stuff doesn't fly off shelves.
Yeah.
So you should be okay.
Woo! I'm excited. Every year I always look forward to the Be True and the Pride pack.
Yeah.
Just because something I truly believe in.
I love rainbows. So
Yeah.
like just
All the colors.
the most basic answer, but I love
Unicorns.
rainbows. Yeah.
So pretty.
Last on the list is the college PEs coming from Jumpman.
You're
The three that I think I've seen so far are the UNC, Michigan, and Georgetown colorways.
Jordan 3s, right?
Yeah, all of them Jordan 3s.
There's also a Michigan Jordan 12 that's coming out next month.
Michigan's had a ton of PEs.
Yeah.
But
All blue suede with the yellow M on
Yeah.
the tongue.
now they're all unlikely to release.
Except for the 12 is actually coming out.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
But a part of me doesn't want to see them released. Just cause.
Double-edged sword for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause it's kind of like how the Oregon Duck PEs kind of stayed unicorn
Yeah.
throughout
Yeah.
all the years
Yeah.
of them having PEs.
Mhm.
And then they just blow it up this year with all of the schools they picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still pretty sick what Jumpman's doing. Absolutely incredible. It's not entirely new and unexpected because Jordan Brand has been doing these types
Yeah,
of
they've
things.
been, yeah.
Now what would be completely unexpected is if Jordan signed with 3 Stripes.
That was your segue.
That was my segue.
5 out of 10.
But before we get into that, you're never a fan of my segues. I'd also like to see you come up with an episode. Before we get into that,
You segued and you're not even going to get into it?
yeah, I did. That was just a tease. That was kind of like
okay.
make them want for more.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Just the tip.
And you're begging on me for segues. Quick plugs. Net Magnetism. He shot us the Series 2 build kits.
Yeah.
Lit.
Yeah, those are great. Well, we had a great time assembling the other ones that he sent us. And then now his Series 2 is available currently on his website for pre-order. We got a couple early ones. He said that he only has a couple like actually made right now. So I feel quite honored that we got a couple.
Super honored.
But yeah, there's a Tokyo 5, Shanghai 5, and Toro
Raging
5.
Bull, yeah.
Yeah, or Raging Bull 5, yeah. So I'm assuming we'll shoot a video for that and throw it up or take some cool pictures or do one live on the pod.
3 hours later.
Listen to this.
Just silent, like
Just ruffling through bags of plastic.
Swearing.
And
where the fuck is that piece? God damn it.
did I miss this step? Shit. But if you guys are interested in picking up the Series 1 build kit, you can use our promo code CanadaGotSoul for 35% off of that on Net Magnetism's website.
Yeah. Those are almost gone, the Series 1.
Yeah?
Almost gone, yeah.
Jeez.
Get them while you can.
We'll talk to him to see what's going in with Series 2. I just said Guanin. I'm sorry. That was so unlike of me.
This guy gets a shirt that says "You know the ones," and he just
Wow. Brian Espiritu taught
good
me.
man.
Next events, Soul Exchange Canada is headed to Vancouver on June 16th
That's really cool.
for an event at the Vancouver Convention Center. Our homies in the YYC Soldiers presents Calgary Sneaker Swap 4 on June 2nd at the Chinese Cultural Center. And this Sunday, May 27th, or tomorrow when you're listening this on the day this podcast comes out,
So confusing.
the Hype Beast Expo presented by Outlined. It starts at 11. It's going to be at 5 Gateway Boulevard in Brampton.
B-Town.
$20 to get in. We are going to have some merch and we're going to display some of our favorite kicks and, just going to chop it up.
Come by, chop it up, say
Please
what's
do.
up.
Please do. Please do. Okay.
Segue it.
I don't have one. Now for this topic of discussion. It was inspired by a post that I saw on Sneaker Freaker a few days ago. Someone had created the Jordan 1 silhouette, and instead of the swoosh, there were 3 stripes. And instead of the Air Jordan Wings logo, they kind of made it like big feathers into the trefoil
Interesting.
stamp. And the caption read, "What would have happened if Michael Jordan chose Adidas over Nike?" Before we get it going, there's a bit of history.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah, this is combining my knowledge from what I learned while working at Nike as well as stories from like Tinker Hatfield interviews and documentaries. In 88, yes, Nike assigned Tinker Hatfield, legendary designer, to work on MJ's third signature shoe. So the story goes that Phil Knight, Tinker, and MJ's parents and MJ were to meet up, talk about his next signature shoe. MJ didn't show up for 4 hours. He was gone playing golf. And at this point, MJ was already like wavering and I guess heavily second guessing Nike at this point.
Yeah.
But apparently his parents gave him a call. His mama was like, "Get your ass in this meeting." And MJ showed up late and annoyed. And he just goes, what you got? Tinker unveils the Jordan 3, and it's pretty much everything that like Jordan was asking for. Mid-cut, premium leather, little time to break in. unique and new materials on a ball shoe that like no one's ever seen before, and a brand new apparel collection. And then from there, the rest is history. Everyone knows what happens after that. Now, imagine if MJ had said, nah, and just didn't bother showing up to the meeting. How would that have shaped the footwear industry today?
It'd be fucked, bro.
Do you think? Okay, let's start off with why at first did we all fall in love with MJ's shoes?
Because it's MJ.
That's what he did in them.
You want to be like MJ, so you're going to buy Jordans. So if you went to Adidas,
Be like Mike.
I'd be buying my shell toes. Because what would he? They didn't really have any ball shoes back in the day. They had like what, the pro models?
Crazy
So they had the
No, in the 80s.
I don't know.
They probably had like
because they had
high
Ewing.
tops.
Ewing it was all high tops. They had
Yeah.
I did some research. They had Ewing as their athlete for signature shoes, or just to push their ball shoes. They had the Centennial, high cut ball shoe. Attitude, high cut ball shoe.
Attitude, yeah.
Conductor and the Forum. Those are the four.
Yes,
that,
the forum.
Forum.
I like the
four that I
forums.
found.
Forms are nice.
I don't know, because like these, like Alvin and Joel are a little bit older than I am, so they actually got to see MJ play. So for me, it was never because MJ played in them. If I'm being real, like I'm
Yeah,
younger.
me too. I caught the tail end of MJ's career.
Yeah, and even still,
With
you're a
my love
little
for
bit
him.
older than me too, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up in a basketball household either. I grew up in a hockey household. So for me, like my introduction literally wasn't until probably like 08, 09 into Jordans at all. Like I had no clue about anything until that point. So for me, it was just the culture. So it's tough to say that if the culture would be the same, would the culture be around Adidas, or would Nike have just found some other way? Because like they always say, they're the world's biggest, what do they call it, advertising company?
Yeah, they're like the
that's what they call.
craziest
Yeah, that's what they
marketing-
call themselves, is like the world's biggest advertising or marketing company. So I feel like they still would have found a way to capture our imagination, or to capture the culture, or to own something. And that's not a knock on Adidas at all, because look at what they did when they got big entertainers as their signature
sure.
people. So they did some crazy things. I just feel like, it wouldn't be the same. We obviously wouldn't be talking about Jordans the same way we do, I don't think, but I think we would still be talking about Nike. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Because up until that point, they were still heavy before MJ. It was competitive, and that kind of set them apart. But like, look at what the 90s did for them with all their Air Maxes and trainers and all that kind of stuff. Is when
I was
that
gonna
started
say
pushing.
the X factor to me is Tinker Hatfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And Tinker Hatfield would not have left Nike because of his ties with Bill Bowerman.
Yeah.
He would not have left the swoosh, and he's had like so many legendary silhouettes. But let's play a game. Let's do a game real quick. Who would Nike have signed if MJ had stepped away from them?
Drake.
So
Baby Drake.
negative 8 years old. Oh no, he's probably like 1 year old at this point.
Yeah. He was there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. So I looked up the All-Star starters of 1985. So that's the class of MJ's rookie year.
Yeah.
There's Julius Irving, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. They're with Converse though.
They're with Converse.
But
Yeah, the
I'm saying
Converse
Nike
weapons.
could have probably been like, yo, make some power moves. I don't know. We'll see. And then Adi had already had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And then there's Adrian Dantley, Ralph Sampson, George Gervin, Moses Malone, and I think this is my favorite. I think this is my pick, Isaiah Thomas.
Ooh,
Interesting.
Just because of his attitude
yeah.
with the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, I think Isaiah Thomas would have been a forerunner for me.
Yeah.
I feel
For
like,
Nike-
I agree.
I think so.
for Nike
Yeah.
to have.
And I feel like he was never picked up, or I don't know if he was eventually like signed or anything to Nike at all, but they had a huge feud, Jordan and
Him and
Isaiah
Jordan,
did.
yep.
Yeah. So like Jordan didn't even want Isaiah on the Olympic team with him.
yeah,
Like, isn't that the reason he wasn't picked for the team, was because
I'm
MJ
pretty
was
sure.
like, nah, fuck
Yeah.
you.
yeah.
Basically.
1992 squad.
Yeah, the dream team. That's
Yeah.
why Isaiah wasn't on the team. So
Yeah.
I feel like a big reason he was never even signed to Nike was
The
probably,
bad boy Detroit Pistons era.
was
Yeah.
probably MJ to begin with. I like that answer. I think that Isaiah Thomas would have been a good one.
Right? Could you imagine Tinker Hatfield just designing ball shoes for Isaiah Thomas?
Well, let's be real though. Like, Nike got lucky as shit.
They
Yeah.
did, man.
Like they found like lightning in a bottle for sure, and they've done it
Oh,
like
yeah.
3 times in a row,
MJ
which
was
is
their
crazy.
saving grace.
Yeah, like
for sure.
they still would have been relevant, but like MJ is arguably the best player of all time, and then after that, Kobe, arguably one of the best players of all time,
Who was
and then
already originally signed with
Adidas,
Adidas.
and then he switched to Nike after, and then after that, LeBron, who's also arguably the best player of all
But
time.
do you think Nike would have had that much impact? If MJ was with Adi, would LeBron have signed with Nike? Would Kobe have switched over to Nike?
Who knows?
Right.
That's crazy. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Insane. Let's have more fun with this. Would Adi have given him a signature shoe
Oh yeah,
Oh my god.
or a whole liner brand?
I think it would have all depended on how he performed.
Yeah, but think about it. Nike offered MJ an entire brand and collection for the Jordan 3 just for MJ to stay.
yeah. In his 3rd year,
Yeah.
So he's still like he wasn't even amazing at that
No,
point. Like he
not
was really
yet.
good, but
Zero
he didn't get a ring
championships.
until like what 91?
Did he get Rookie of the Year?
Did he win Rookie of the Year? I feel like he didn't.
But then he won the following year, like the slam dunk competition in the Jordan 3s.
Yeah.
That would have been super huge with
And
With
Adidas,
Adi.
can you imagine that picture of him in an
Crazy. The
Adidas
free
shoe?
throw line?
That's just so weird to think of, though. I can't even imagine.
I also don't think Adi would have taken the risk with the NBA colors.
Yeah, taking the fine and stuff.
Yeah, no, they
I feel like
wouldn't.
Nike has that edge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why that's also why like Isaiah Thomas would have
yeah,
been,
they
like,
would
a
have fit really well
perfect
together.
fit.
Actually, yeah.
Like oh man. Just absolutely crazy. Just
Speaking
thinking
of
about
the,
it.
sorry to
okay.
sidebar again. Speaking of that fine, taking the fine. Did you guys see that NFL verdict?
No, for what?
NFL players will or teams
Oh, for
slash
the,
players will now be fined if they take a knee during the national anthem.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like officially, before it was like frowned upon, like don't do that. But now they're saying we're gonna fine you if you take a knee.
Well,
I think that's fucked.
Yeah.
Like they're literally forcing you to be patriotic and
Mm-hmm.
forcing taking away free speech, freedom of
Freedom
thought,
of
everything.
speech,
Yeah.
freedom of
welcome to
everything,
America.
Peaceful protest, everything.
Yeah, man.
So I wonder if it'll turn into a big thing like with the
Probably.
like the Nike thing where he
And
was getting
Kaepernick
banned.
is still not on a team.
Yeah, after everything.
That's
yeah.
crazy, man. Like the talent this guy has. As
He went to a
quarterback,
Super Bowl.
and
didn't he?
just because of the whole
Yeah.
controversy and it just
But now it's
Jobless.
full teams are taking knees. Like
Yeah.
he's the one who started that
Yeah.
whole movement.
and that was during a very, very tough time, in
Dark
the States.
time, yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see what NFL teams decide to do.
I think it was the New York Giants already came out and said like they'll pay for any of their players who
Absolutely,
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
What?
anyone who wants
That's
to
good.
take. And they were also discussing a 15-yard penalty to start the game if you take a knee,
If you take
like
a
against
knee.
your
Are
team.
you dumb?
That's
What?
so
In my mind, I'm
stupid.
like, so if both teams take a knee, nothing happens.
Yeah.
They start evenly.
Oh my god.
Like it's
Perfect.
so messed up to me. And like
It's getting so ridiculous.
I think there was an interview with Steve Kerr, and he was like, "I'm so happy that we're in a league that there's understanding and like room for this kind of like, like solidarity, everything." Because the NFL has been messed up for a long time with that kind of stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
Word.
I don't know. That was just a sidebar because when you brought up the band thing and the fine for the shoes, because even that was kind of like behind its time. Like, why are you fining him because he's wearing a black and red shoe and
Yeah.
not a white and red shoe? Like that just seems dumb.
I'm excited to see that documentary still.
Next year, is it like later this year?
It might be this year.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. Okay. Now, Sean Collard would be dunking in Adidas if MJ
That's true.
had signed
That's true.
with Adidas.
That's
Yeah.
to me, that's more rattling
know.
than MJ dunking in Adidas.
That would mess everything up.
Yeah,
That would
That
change the
just
game of
makes
like
it weird.
hip hop.
We
Hip hop
wouldn't-
would be so different.
yeah.
Like what would happen to like, the Beastie Boys or
Could you imagine how much of a powerhouse Adidas would be if they had MJ with Run
Yeah,
DMC?
I know, man.
Oh man.
Like what would happen to Do the Right Thing?
Yeah, it'd be just a boring movie.
When he got his Jordan 4 scuffed, like,
He'd
that-
run over his sock.
I know. Ow.
Hey,
the shoes just
My
ceased
toe.
to exist.
You scuffed my toenail.
My baby toe.
yeah, I'm just imagining a world now where they're just gone, like not replaced, but they just
know.
disappeared.
I go upstairs and there's
Like
no
spoiler
J's
alert,
in
like
my
the
closet.
end of Avengers.
Just snap the finger.
all the
Everything
Nike
is
and Jordan just
absolutely gone. Now, do you think for a brand, the designer or the athlete has more weight?
between the two.
The athlete.
Athlete, I think. It's the one
I mean,
that's-
as much as the design of the shoe
Matters.
The athlete makes the shoe. If Jordan got the 3 and played like shit,
So true.
I'm not gonna buy a fucking 3 because I don't want to play like MJ.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
as much as the shoe is dope, in my personal opinion, like the Kobe 8, as cool as the Kobe 8 is, like if Kobe played like shit, I'm like, why the fuck am I gonna buy that shoe?
Yeah. True say.
I feel like it's the athlete makes it like relevant, and then the designer is what makes it timeless.
Yeah.
Like we're still talking about it because it's a timeless design that we're still talking about the Jordan 3 or the Air Max 1 or whatever to this date later.
Yep.
But in the moment, you're not thinking like when MJ's up for that dunk, like, dang, Tinker Hatfield's talented. Like no one's like, Tinker, you did good.
I want to design like Tinker.
MJ fly. Yeah, you're like, I don't want to. I want to sketch like Tinker, or I want to fly like Mike. Like
Drawing. That's a joke.
yeah, I'm gonna go. That's my answer. Not really a definitive answer.
Yeah. I think it's like a perfect combination of the two.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. I think Alvin hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
Right on the head. I think if that had happened, Addy would have forced Nike to like act much more drastically.
Force their hand.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like they could sign much like another big player. Could you imagine if like Kanye had signed with Nike and then they were like, all right, yeah, do your thing.
Just like do whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Just
know
the
if I'd be into
landscape
sneakers,
is-
man.
Yeah.
If MJ signed to Adidas, I don't know if I'd be into sneakers as much as I am right now.
No
It's true.
way.
Because it's like Nike, Jordan, basketball. It's all one umbrella.
At the moment.
Yeah.
And that's how I got
right
into
now.
it.
Yeah,
like
for
I
sure.
got into it because
But-
of these guys. So
But what if Jordan did what he did in Jordans, but in Adidas?
like exact same
Would you be
time,
buying-
exact same timeline, just
Exact
like
same
Adidas.
results.
Because, like, you want to fly.
Yeah, this doesn't
like
change
Mike.
his career.
Yeah.
It just changes what's on his feet.
Would you be rocking, like, the 3 stripes? Adidas?
I think I might be.
I think so.
Real shit.
think-
It,
I don't know,
it
man.
honestly depends what you guys are rocking because like it's because my
sure.
taste is based on the generation before me because like I said
Yeah.
I wasn't into basketball like that until
Word.
later on.
Yeah.
So it's honestly like I was influenced by people older than me. So if you guys were heavily rocking Adidas and you're like, you guys are fucking sick, I'd be like, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah. No, I'd probably be rocking Adidas, but it's just like, I don't know if I would
Be as obsessed.
be collecting. It'd just be like, okay, I got a pair of Adidas, I'm straight. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's just the whole culture. Like I keep coming back to that, but like think about it like in the sense of like even another Nike signature athlete like Kobe,
Yeah.
he doesn't have the same following and culture and like aura as MJ does.
Yeah.
And he was
For sure.
arguably just as good a player for his time. Had some really sick silhouettes, like the earlier Kobe models. Even the later ones are unreal, but there's just a different like aura and different like feel around
History about
Jordans.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all that shit. Like he was just like MJ was the first. Like he was the one who like broke ground and all this shit.
Had his literally had his own signature shoe line.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think about it, but I can't think of any athlete in the 80s who had a signature
No, I don't think there was
line
any.
where like they had like
yeah.
a 1, a 2,
They-
a 3,
No, there
a
wasn't.
4.
No, I don't think there
Aside
was.
from
No.
Jordan. It added like with
Definitely
Adidas.
not.
Even with like the only thing I could think of going back is Converse or Magic and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but
the
they-
weapon,
had the
it's like-
weapon,
but like
yeah. But it wasn't like a
but it
I
wasn't like
don't
a
think they were-
Magic
Magic
Jordan
Johnson.
One,
Yeah.
two,
MJ1
three,
Converse.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Exactly.
Like they made it like chronological and like it keeps track of every season. You remember moments that he like. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
like I
Adidas
said, they captured lightning in a bottle with it. They
started
fucking-
late with that signature shoe.
Yeah, they did.
Like D Rose, I think might have been.
I can't think of any. That's what I was gonna say. I
The
can't think of
first.
anything before D Rose. Well, I guess Kobe early on, he had like a 1 and a 2, I think,
Yeah.
with Adidas.
Yeah.
That didn't
Crazy
fly. The
Eights.
boat shoe.
The bone. Yeah, the
The
spaceship.
Aston
The
Martin.
Crazy Eights
Yeah.
were dope.
Crazy
I like
Eights
the
were
Crazy Eights.
Yeah.
Those were amazing, but
But still, I don't think that's a signature shoe though for him. It was just a PE. No.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, they
But it
didn't.
wasn't-
They never
I don't
really
know.
named any of them Kobe's.
Yeah.
No.
But
I
like,
think
it was
they
a
did.
Crazy 8 though, because his number
Code
was
number
8
8.
at
I
the
think
time.
it
Yeah.
might have been.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the same thing, man. Like
Where's
they
Alex
started
Anita?
hella late.
I know. This
Yeah,
would
they
have
did,
this would have
you
been a
know?
dope discussion to have with
Yeah,
with
hella
Suji.
late.
Yeah, I feel like we're
So,
going very
I don't know.
around everywhere. What is our final? Like, what do we think? Back to the original question. Like, do
What
we
would have
think
happened
it
to
would?
the
What would have
sneaker
happened?
industry?
And do we think it'd be the same?
No, I don't
No?
think the sneaker culture would be the same at all.
No?
Nope.
Do you think you'd be wearing Adidas?
Me?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Like, you think you might have been wearing them when he was playing, but afterwards you don't think it has the timelessness that it does now? Maybe.
I mean, Adidas has its silhouettes that have its timelessness.
Yeah, of course.
But the ball shoes that they have, like, I'm not going to be rocking. Like,
Yeah.
the ball shoes they had in the 80s, I'm not rocking them now.
That goes back to my X Factor.
Tinker.
Tinker Hatfield
Done.
Yeah.
wasn't designing for Adidas.
No, man.
Oh.
Because if it was that magic combination, I guess.
Mhm.
It was MJ rocking Tinker's designs.
Mhm.
It's kind of like how you see Kanye West rocking, like, before working for Adidas, it was like seeing Kanye West rock Nike,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it was seeing Kanye West rock Polo,
Yeah.
just all the brands that he rocked, and then everyone just wanted to be just like that.
Yeah, man.
He's definitely more of an, like, sounds so hype beastie, but early, like, late 2000s, this was normal. He's definitely more of an influence to me now than MJ.
Kanye?
Just because I grew up more on Kanye.
Oh,
like,
for
I've been
sure.
listening to him since, like, whatever, fucking 04, 05. Didn't get introduced into MJ until, like, 09, 08-ish.
Yeah, but Kanye showed you how to swag everything out. MJ just played on court with them and made them look sick on court.
But
Yeah.
like even
I mean,
like
like-
the shoes and stuff, yeah, like that's what I mean though, because I wasn't even playing basketball until
Yeah.
like 2009, 2010. So like when I see Kanye like in the All the Lights video on top of a police car wearing black cement threes, I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
well, fuck, I want that shoe.
What
I want to
those?
jump on a police car.
Yeah, I want to be a police star and look fucking cool.
Maybe not get arrested.
Be friends with Jay-Z and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. No, I personally, man, like it's like the whole hypothetical thing.
yeah, it's so hard.
It's so
That's
hard.
a big hypothetical.
I thought this was going to be fun.
Okay, I have I think a more simple or answerable hypothetical that I just thought of.
Go.
Like as of right now, like let's say starting in like 2015, do you think that it's been a shift, and do you think that from now going on into to the foreseeable future that entertainers, sneakers and signature shoes will have more timelessness than players
Than athletes.
signature and athletes signature sneakers at this point, like current players, current entertainers who have collabs?
Alvin's nodding his head vigorously.
Like, do you think that Yeezys or Big Sean or whoever else, Serena, not even Serena, it's a fucking player, never mind. Whoever else has a signature shoe, or even just PEs, like
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake's JTH, for example, which is a Jordan, but it's a PE, we can call it. Do you think that is going to be more timeless or / sought after in this day and
Then,
age
like, say LeBron's
than a
signature
LeBron
line.
or like whoever else is coming up, like Andrew Wiggins or whoever else?
I
Nike's gonna
honestly
pick up
do
next?
think that in 10 years, the Yeezys will be classics.
Yeah, Nike Yeezys already are.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a good precursor.
So
Yeah.
Adi, but I'm saying Adi Yeezys.
Yeah, Adi Yeezys. Yeah.
Yeah. I think those are going to be classic
Yeah.
in about 10 to 15 years. So like, I guess when things slow down or
It's gonna be a
they're-
shift.
They're on like the 10th version of the Yeezy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It'd be-
Because like there's no MJ right now. Like LeBron is at the tail end of his career and his sneakers are very
And-
basketball-y.
And I honestly don't think there's another ball player that's going to have as much pull as like an MJ did or a LeBron when you think about
or
it.
Kobe.
Yeah.
But it's not even that, man. It's just like aesthetically, because that's what it is now. Like
Yeah.
aesthetically, you can't rock fucking ball shoes with your fucking skinny jeans and shit.
It's true.
But we were doing it heavy in like 2010. Like we were talking about foams. Like we were killing foams in 2010.
Yeah, but like 2010, I was still wearing baggy ass jeans.
That's true. We didn't know how to dress.
You know what I mean? Like,
Compared to now.
okay, it wasn't baggy
Well, you
ass,
knew-
but like it was
You
still
knew how to
fairly-
dress then.
Yeah.
For that
exactly.
year.
For that time. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like now with everything being more fitted, and it's just like a lot of the silhouettes are more sleek
Mhm.
Guess
and
it
more
depends
tailored
on
to the
where
style.
the style takes us because
Yeah.
everything just goes full circle.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see myself wearing bell bottoms anytime soon.
I just don't see myself wearing any of the current ball shoes
Yeah,
later on.
yeah. So
Yeah.
like, to answer your question, definitely artists have so much more pull.
Influence,
Yeah,
yeah.
because like
More
LeBrons
wearable.
are sitting on shelves,
Yeah.
whereas like fucking everything
people
else
are buying basketball shoes today not to rock, but for the
for
function
ball.
of it.
Yeah.
Performance. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is dope. That's what they're meant for. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
I think that would be my answer too. Similar, like back in the 80s and early 90s, or even late 90s, 2000s, like performance shoes were not performance shoes. Like, let's be fucking real. The Jordan 1 is the worst performance shoe. Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, it was bare bones. Well,
Yeah, it was-
especially at that time.
For the time, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go forward, all the performance like upgrades that we have up to,
Oh,
to
yeah.
this point, yeah. So like as the performance increases, the aesthetic generally decreases when we're talking about like streetwear or everyday. So like, and I don't think there was anyone really, not at all, that was like an influencer entertainment wise that was getting PEs or their own shoes like this, like that, like it is now.
Yeah.
So I definitely think I agree with whoever else said this, that it's going to be entertainers and performers, just because of the fact that basketball shoes and performance shoes are getting more basketball-y and performance-y. Like by the year, they're getting more and more. Like even if you look at the Jordan line up until this point, like the progression of that line is unreal.
Yeah.
Like we're at the 32 now, and it's like, it's a basketball shoe.
Yeah.
Like, straight up.
performance.
If you're
There's
wearing it
absolutely no
casually, it's
streetwear.
with sweats. Like
Yeah.
that's it.
It's walking to the basketball court
Yeah, exactly.
to play
yeah.
ball in
with
them.
high socks already on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I definitely think it's going to be entertainers for the foreseeable future, at
Yeah.
least, because it's always shifts. Like we just said, like we were wearing LeBron 9s and like foams and Kobe whatever 9s heavily back a couple of years ago, and now we're like low cut, sleek, tapered joggers. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
So
my answer.
in conclusion, if MJ had signed with Adidas, Sean Collard would be dunking in Adidas. We
That's
would
all that
probably
matters.
rocking more Adidas. But Tinker Hatfield, definitely, to me especially, is the cherry on top that would make anything like explode and happen.
But yeah, he had everything else too. Like he had the Air Max line too. So like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it would just be like
Nike's running and training. Unless they actually got him to start working on basketball shoes as well.
But even if they didn't, even if they were like, yo, you shit the bed with the Jordan 3, you made MJ walk away, stick to running, like Air Maxes would still be classic. So like,
Yeah,
you
because
can't even argue. I don't know if you can argue either way. Like, yeah, we might just be one signature shoe might be Adidas, but like, I feel like everything else culture wise would still be very similar.
Yeah, especially
For me, at least, because like I said, it's not basketball
wholeheartedly
heavy for
agree
me.
when you think about it that
Yeah.
way. Especially with just Nike's classic runners.
Yeah. Because if you look at it more recent, like Nike lost Kanye a couple of years ago. They didn't lose like their casual sneakers. They didn't lose their Air Max. They didn't lose like whatever the Yeezy kind of looked like. They just lost Kanye. And then the Roche was emulated by Kanye basically on the fucking Yeezy. And then the Roche was still selling at that point. Like,
Yeah,
they
it
never
was.
like lost out.
It was getting bodied.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough fucking question.
Fun though.
Yeah, very interesting to think
Yeah.
about.
I hope it like inspired you guys to like think up some stories.
Yeah, let us know.
That you
Slide
make
into
up.
the DMs.
Slide.
Yeah, no, it'd be fun to hear what everyone else's hypothetical answer would be. Sean Collard, if you're listening, I want to know your opinion of what would happen if MJ had signed with Adidas. That would be crazy. Short episode this week.
Solid,
I guess
though.
I guess it balances out after that hour and 40-minute episode from last week. To the thank yous, thank you Bram for the theme song. Sneaker Podcast, Matt and Zach, thank you guys for all the support. Thank you to the listeners for tuning in. Please let us know what you think. If you have any questions or suggestions, especially for the fire round, especially if you have some dope stories to see if MJ actually did sign with Adidas. Who
Just
knows?
for the record, guys, we keep saying we want to have guests on, and not even just like the Sean Goes and like the Suji Cyphersons and like the Flippin' Laces. Like we want regular people. So we're definitely going to be choosing from people who are most talkative in our DMs and
Yeah.
have the most ideas. So if you guys are actually interested in being on the show eventually,
Hit
a
us
really
up.
good way to get our attention is lots of questions and lots of conversations like that. Just for the record.
Lawrence, can you stop reading my mind? Because I was actually thinking that
Yeah,
like
sure. Yeah,
earlier
for sure.
today.
Yeah, just didn't say it. All right.
You're an absolute asshole.
Correct.
Yeah, hit us up in the DMs or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. You can listen to us on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube. Please give us a review and drop us some stars on iTunes.
At
Give
least
us
5.
give us a like there. I was waiting for it. Give us a like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTubes. We have a Facebook group called CGS Talk. You can find that at facebook.com/groups/cgs.talk. Hit up canadagotssold.ca for our latest pieces, like the Curry 5 review.
Yeah.
Nice. You can find me at _Spooner, no E. Joel Hernandez, where you at?
You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D 3 O's NEY.
Alvin Martinez, where are you?
Mr. Q Mart, MISTERQ Mart.
And Lawrence Hopkins, where can they find you?
L Doggy Styles. L capital D lowercase O
Uppercase G.
double G a Y
Styles.
which comes before Z. Styles with a S. Both sides of it has a S.
On the real though, yeah, if you guys do want to be a guest on the podcast, do not hesitate to hit us up. Yeah, we're down to hear what you guys have to say. You can find all of us at Canada Got Soul. Yeah, this has been the episode. Wow, the theme song is not playing right now.
I'm gonna just talk until something happens.
Oh, I know what happened.
Talk
That
until
was my
something
fault.
happens.
Here we go. We are Canada Got Soul. Please remember to rock your kicks. Talk to you guys real soon. Peace.
Talk until something happens.